Hi, I have been getting a lot of questions, as you might imagine, about that picture of me in the Amazon with Gordon Lightfoot. And there are so many stories about him, but this one really needs to be shared because I'm seeing so much in the media about his influence, his musical influence, and lasting musical influence. So what's that to do with the Amazon? This story, I'll try to make it as short as I can, but it starts with the randomness of a phone call from an environmentalist in Japan. I was in Canada, and he calls and he says, I have a feeling you're going to see Sting. I said, I promise you I'm not about to see Sting. Well, I have this feeling that you might see Sting. And I want you to promise me that if you see Sting, you'll pass on to him that we need him to come to Japan to reach out to the Japanese industry to stop wasting so much wood in construction sites and molds for concrete. And I said, I'm not going to see Sting. No, I think you might. So promise me. So it was an easy promise to make because I'm not about to see Sting. Okay, so fast forward, we had a whole bunch of wonderful Canadian environmentalists raise money to help the Kayapo people, particularly leader Payakan, try to stop the dam. We needed to raise money. Key to this story and the people who made the big difference: David Suzuki, his wife Tara Cullis, a lot of environmentalists, but no organized group did this. We just did it as a network. And Gordon Lightfoot, God bless him, did concerts in Vancouver, Toronto, and Ottawa, and we raised almost $80,000 and provided it to Payakan for organizing a pan-Indigenous conference to oppose the dam. So I'm standing in exactly the spot where that picture is of me with Gordon, and a little further away, and there's Sting. And he's being surrounded by a group of, he's standing in a circle where Kayapo dancers are singing and dancing and chanting. And I'm thinking, I promised Charles in Tokyo that I was going to ask Sting about this. So I reached forward and I said, excuse me, Sting? He actually turned around and started talking to me. And then he said, what I told him. He said, oh, I got that message. I'm going to Japan. I said, oh, okay. And he said, well, who are you? So I said, well, I'm with a bunch of Canadians, and we raised all this money, and Gordon Lightfoot did all these concerts. And Sting said, Gordon Lightfoot, he raised money for this? And I said, yes, he did. I said, he's here. He said, you mean he's here in Altamira? I said, no, he's here right over there. And suddenly I saw not just Sting, but Gordon Sumner, young British soon-to-be school teacher, but new musician. And he said, oh, I listened to his music all my adolescence, he's the biggest influence on my music. You mean he's here now? And I said, yes. He said, well, can you get him here? I want to meet him. So I go back over and I try to find Gordon in the midst of all that's going on. And I said, Gordon, I've just met a really big fan of yours, and it would mean a lot to him if you could come over and say hi. Gordon said, sure, of course, sure, Liz. He's the only person I ever let call me Liz. So we're striding along, because Gordon used to stride. And then I realized I know how shy, and strange to say, I knew he wasn't going to be necessarily so chill about the fact that I was trying to introduce him to Sting. So I said, Gordon, this really big fan of yours, his name is Sting. He stopped. He said, wait a minute, Liz, what? This is going to be some kind of thing. If this is a thing, I don't want to, I don't want to be, I had to convince him. I said, it would mean a lot to him. He asked me to come get you. So I brought Gordon Lightfoot over, and as soon as Sting saw me, and then he saw Gordon, he broke away from the group. They started talking, they embraced, they had the most gorgeous connection. And then Gordon said to me as we walked away, well, I just passed the ball to Sting. We got this going, but I passed it to Sting. Magnificent, gorgeous Gordon Lightfoot. And I'm sure if some reporter can find Sting, he'll confirm all elements of this story. Thank you.